Welcome to Bremer RV Center and a first look at a brand new 2024 Coachmen Apex Nano 191 RBS, an ultra popular model for us here every year, sort of the bigger brother to the 187 RB. So this one adds a small slide, but still keeps that weight hovering around that 3,500 pounds. So again, a very, very lightweight option that allows for a lot of different midsize SUVs to be towing. We're going to start up front here. So we do add a front power jack to all of our Apex Nanos. It is not an option from Apex. It is something we do here because so many of our clients are using an SUV. They're using a weight distribution system, and it's just much easier to use that system with that power jack because you are going up and down a couple times. So we've made it a standard feature of our Apex Nanos. We do have two 20-pound tanks that are standard as part of the off-grid package, which is on each Apex Nano. That couples with 200 watts of solar on the roof, and that is upgradable with the same charge controller should you wish or should you find you need it. You've got lots of room for extra batteries here, and should you be looking to be off-grid, two 6-volt batteries would be a great upgrade that allow you to be out there longer. We do now have a standard for 2024, a little red toggle switch you see there. That's a battery cutoff switch. That's going to make sure as you put your unit into storage, you're cutting off the power to the inside, but the batteries can still be charged by the solar. So as you come back for your next trip, everything is ready to go. We've got two LED lights on either side of the standard front cap. Great high stone guard here above as well, comes up about 2 feet. And then you've got the great windshield here that just allows a ton of light in, makes the coach feel much bigger than it actually is. And that wraps right up to the top without a seam. So it really cuts down on maintenance there at the front as well, making sure to protect your unit. So behind all fiberglass walls on Coachmen ultralights, you're going to have Asdel, which is a composite. So there is no wood in that side wall to possibly absorb water in the future. The upgrade for 2024 is that has gotten thicker. So it's going to provide you more protection, certainly from the elements, but it's also going to be a better noise barrier to what's happening outside, but it's also a better insulator as well. We do have pass-through storage on all of our 191 models this year as well. New standard for 2024 is a griddle comes with the coach, so that is not something that was in a previous generation model. We do have our charge controller here, which is again, you have the ability to add another panel to and still going to be able to keep that same charge controller. We've got a charging station here with 12-volt power as well as USB, all conveniently located inside the front compartment. And then we've got our awning, which I love. Powered awning comes out a full 8 feet. That's going to start right as that door ends, and it's going to extend right to the very back. So you've got maximum awning coverage on a small trailer, which is kind of one of those things that we all wish we had. That way, again, you've got that maximum amount of shade, which on a hot day you're really going to appreciate, especially if you're in more of an open campsite. We've got the LED light, which is standard, running the full length. Our Lippert steady steps, which became a standard a couple years ago now. So they flip in, they don't rust. They're individually anchored to the ground, so you can adjust those to make sure they're nice and level. Another new standard feature for 2024 is aluminum wheels. So previously it was sort of an off-the-books option from Apex in their Nano series, but it wasn't a standard. So it is now a standard, which is something customers have been asking for, so it's now here. Another great new standard, for one, is this platform, which is really has one purpose, which is to add that griddle, so you can bring it under here, cook underneath your awning. But what I love is the fact if you're just stopping for a quick break, this can just simply be a table. So that's the way they've set it up, is it's sort of a table that is already attached, and then it just conveniently relocates into that front compartment. But you don't necessarily have to have the griddle on it to be able to have it be very effective. We do have our propane LP gas outlet there. That'll tie into that griddle in the front or any barbecue that is also similarly equipped. As we come around to the backside here, we're going to have our spare tire location. LED taillights are nice and bright at night. And then all our central hookups are going to be on the back corner here. So we've got easy access to our hot water tank for winterization and just checking on it. Right next to that, we've got our outside shower with hot and cold water. Just below that, we've got our black tank flush, so very handy to keep our sensors clean on the inside. And then we've got our city water connection, should you have it on site. We've got cable and satellite prep here. And then we've got our 30 amp hookup here, so if you are looking to use AC, you're going to want to make sure you're booking 30 amp service. We've got our large, oversized jacks on all 4 corners. And then we're going to have our black and gray connection centrally located right there. I'm just going to quickly unhook this out of our way here. You can see the depth of the slide here, so we're about 3.5 feet for the depth. But again, when that slide out is in, as I mentioned on the inside video, you can get to everything. So you can get to the bathroom on the road with that slide out in. Very handy if it's in your driveway. You don't have to open it fully to be able to outfit it for that next trip. So on the back side here at the front, we're going to have our onboard water tank. Lovely thing about the Apex Nano series is a couple years ago now, from customer feedback, they upgraded that tank. So if you're looking to be off-grid, this has a 50-gallon freshwater tank. It's absolutely huge. So it means you're not having to worry about finding water anytime soon. So something where if you have that smaller vehicle, you can certainly fill it up at the campground, or as you get closer to your destination. Should you have that bigger vehicle, it could certainly always be full. But then they've got a massive gate valve here. So when it comes time to empty that out, that big white gate valve that you see there, boom, pull that handle. Seconds later, that water is empty and you're on your way. We'd invite you out to Primo RV Center to come have a much closer look at this absolutely stunning 2024 Apex Nano 191 RBS.